And good evening, Minecraft. Evening. Well, it'll be morning for you guys, but it's evening for me. So, how's everyone today? Good? Good. I got 2 more subscribers. Woot! And I have myself a beer. That makes life pretty good, doesn't it? I think so. Alright, so we're going to be doing a bit of crafting today. Some interesting things. But first, we are loading some data into these blank patterns I crafted. So the first thing we're going to do... What are we going to do first? I've already forgotten. I've had beer. We were going to do something vaguely important, and I don't remember what it was. Okay, why do I have... I don't... See, they didn't... I don't understand you, ME system. I don't understand you at all. What are we doing now? What are we doing now? What are we doing now? Right, we are getting ourselves the pneumatic... Yeah, we don't have that. So glass, should have everything we need. So let's just get ourselves a pneumatic servo plan. We'll pop it into our crafting machine. And we'll encode that. And pop that in the assembly chamber like so. Nice. It's one of those. Let's get ourselves a machine frame. And what do we need again for this thing? We need, what is it? The igneous extruder. Because what we're doing right now, guys, some glass, a piston, and 2 tin. So let's get ourselves some tin, 2 tin. Let's get ourselves a piston. Begin. We already have the glass. And handy dandy minium stone, some glass, a piston, machine frame, pneumatic. Let's get ourselves some tin. Igneous extruder. Now we're going to put you... Let's expand this wall a little bit. We need to expand it more than this. I know we are. Oh, knocked a hole in the wall there. That's alright. See, eventually I'm going to have most of my ME components move down into this room. Okay, much better. So now let's put the igneous extruder in this corner over here, I'm thinking. Right, like... I have quite enough space there, though. This is the problem with this room. It's kind of getting a little cramped. Well, I suppose it'll be machine processing, but let's just stick it right there. Oh, hell. Actually, you know what? We can stick it right there, and here's why. Orange goes out the top, right? And we're setting it for cobblestone. But first, we're going to need what we call an ME level emitter. I need a basic processor. Okay, that should be easy. Yoink. And I should have some sticks. Yoink. I should also have some ME cable lying around. Not a hell of a lot of it, but I got some. That's fine. You know what? While I'm over here, let me junk that back in, and let me put that into the system as well. Because, here's what we're going to do. What was it? ME cable, basic processor, redstone torch, and some iron. Gets ourselves a level emitter. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put this here. And I have my screwdriver out. I think I have my Omni wrench somewhere in this bag. Oh, nope, right here on my hotbar. So we're going to flip this guy around to face this machine. And what we're going to tell it, emit when below limit, cobblestone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 stacks of it. We're going to tell this machine under configuration that the signal it requires is high. And then we're going to make sure that all other interfaces are disabled. Okay? And then we're going to get ourselves... Do I have an interface? No. What do I need for an interface? I need a conversion matrix. Alright, well, we have the basic processor. Let's get ourselves some quartz, just so that we can teach the conversion matrix to our machine here. Quartz, redstone, iron. All of that around a basic processor. Oops. Not what we wanted to do. Da-dum, da-dum. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or is that not it? Da, 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 da. There we go. Oh, it would help if we put a blank pattern in the machine. Encode, please. Drop you guys back in there. Open you up and drop you in. Beautiful. Now let's get ourselves... And what is the interface recipe again? Well, let's get ourselves the... What is that thing called? I'm already forgetting. Conversion matrix. And the ME interface is just some glass and a cable. We can do this, right? What is it? Glass, cable, probably iron? Yes, ME interface. Now this interface is just going to be receiving items, okay? So let's see if we have any lava. No, we don't. Uh-huh. Let's get ourselves a water capsule. We have our water. And I wonder if any of my old mines out here still have any lava in them. Because it would be awfully convenient. No, none of them have any lava left in them. Okay, guys, I'll be right back once I get this sorted out. I have a suspicion I'm going to have to take a trip to the Nether. Alright? Alright. Alright, so just coming back, got my machine filled up. So what will this thing do? Well, let me show you. If I say above, this should start running. And as soon as it does, it outputs it into the interface. And if I watch my info on cobblestone, it's steadily increasing. So what this means is I will never run out of cobblestone. Nice. And I already know how to craft sand. We got that figured out. Nice and easily through our importers right here. So now we should be all set relatively. As you can see, this machine will automatically fill things up and we should be good. Now, I don't remember if... Okay, I never taught that to make smooth stone, which is actually something of an important thing to do. So let's say that, and 1 cobblestone, and we'll encode you. Okay, and this is, yes, this is the cooker. So let's drop that in. So now what we're saying is refined iron, so 1 stone, 1 cobblestone, drop it in the furnace, pull it out. Nice. Okay, so now we should be able to get smooth stone pretty much on demand. Now, what else can I do here? What else can I do here? Yeah, that was, by the way, that was me trying to figure out if there was a cheap and easy way to get lava without using the magma crucible. There wasn't. I used a magma crucible. I had some netherrack lying around. Okay. I was about to do something vaguely important, and I'm completely forgetting it. Oh, yes. What's the recipe for an inert stone? 4 stone, 4 iron, and a piece of gold. It's not too bad. 4 stone, 4 iron, and a piece of gold. Gets us an inert stone. And code. Boom. Now what's the recipe for minium stone again? Well, if you took a guess that it was the recipe of shards of minium surrounding an inert stone, inert, begin please. If you had the guess that it was shards of minium surrounding an inert stone, you'd be entirely correct. Why am I teaching this? Why else? The ME system has one of the abilities that it can basically ignore damage values. So let me drop this stuff in and let me get myself a minium stone. Begin. Okay. So if I took a minium stone, I get a piece of flint. Well, no. So this way, I get a piece of grass, right? Right. And code. Now if I pop out of there, I actually get some stone here, and my minium stone, I get a grass block. Well, this way I get sand, but I don't really need sand, do I? No, I don't. In fact, I don't even need the recipe for a grass block. If I remember correctly, I can shift. There we go, blank pattern. That's right, shift right-click to dispose of an item and wipe it from your inventory. Okay? But what I do want it to know is that a minium stone plus 4 iron gets me an ender pearl. I definitely want it to know that, because I need ender pearls. Ender pearls don't exactly come by easily. Okay? So now that I have that, I can basically use this to flesh out my system. Is there a recipe for quartz crystals? No, just a compressor. So this way, we actually have a method of getting items to us. Basically, getting us items that we wouldn't be able to get otherwise. This is going to become relatively important because I'm trying to make this base as self-sufficient as I can. Which is kind of difficult, but we're working on it. We are absolutely working on it. I have more biofuel than I can imagine. I actually just switched to that steam boiler. Rather than alternating between biofuel and creosote oil, it's waffling between creosote oil and biofuel. Nice. Nice. And it's staying nice and hot. 1,000 degrees centigrade. And we're chewing through this in a hurry, which I like. Look at that. And we're giving our actual fuel some time to refill. By the way, that lasted for about 10 days of me not recording at all. So yeah, wicked good investment. Now, if you excuse me, guys, I will be back in a few minutes as soon as I piece together the rest of our build. Alright, so I finally got tired of not being able to access anything. Alright? So now I have an access terminal. And hold on for a second, guys. Sorry about that phone. So I've decided that I'm going to use these barrels, and partially because I've actually seen other people using them recently for this application. Now, if I look at this, did you connect properly? Yes, you did. Well, this is my cobblestone barrel. So what I'm actually going to tell this is by right-clicking, you can actually say cobblestone. And that's what this will store. And it will actually connect to the back of barrels. So I'm going to shift right-click, and I can set the priority. And I'm going to set this up to 3. Okay? And then I'm actually going to come over here and remove this piece of cabling. And get behind this wall. Like that. Plop this thing down. All right, let's spin this around. It should be... There we go. Was just being persnickety. And I'm going to say that this thing is sand. Okay? And with my wrench, I'm also going to tell it it's priority 3. Alright? And this one... also priority 3. If I get out my digger's bag over here. We're going to tell this one to be gravel. 3. And then this one will be dirt. Just like that. We'll also call this priority 3. However, yoink. Why are you accepting stuff other... dirt? Why... Huh? This makes no sense. This makes absolutely no bloody sense whatsoever. Okay. So this is set to sand, right? So if I go into my digger's bag here, and I get out a stack of sand, okay, and then I come over here, and I give this thing some dirt, okay, are we going to behave ourselves now? Maybe. Lobster? Can't tell. Okay. Anyways, that's close enough to what we want to do now. So let me just clean out my inventory a little bit. Get this stuff all sorts of put back where it belongs. You go there, you go there, you go there, you go back. I don't even know what the hell I'm going to do with you. Let's resort our inventory here, get whatever we need down here to keep that full. Resort that. Okay. So we're at least vaguely on track here. I will be back, guys, as soon as I'm ready for the next part of our grand reorganization of the ME storage system. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, guys, so after far too much time, including some mining expeditions and some other things, I have actually managed to get myself a 16K storage unit. And what we're going to do is find that flipping pre-formatter. I'm not certain why I ever put it away, but okay. I'm going to put it down there. What we're going to say is we're going to take this 16K storage cell and we're going to call it transfer. You can't shift click in. What we're going to do is we're going to set it up for dirt, sand, cobble, and gravel. Alright, now we're going to format this sucker. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take out of the network and onto our drive. Boom. Well, now that was quick. Interesting. It looks like it's actually trying to load balance between all these cells. Huh. Okay. So now we're going to switch it around. Dump it in. Dump it. dump in. There we go. Now, recyclers are running. That's a good thing. We are dumping out gravel, sand, dirt, and of course cobble. However, if we run upstairs, we should see that all of that dirt, sand, cobble, gravel should be in those barrels up there. Yes, take a look at that. They are. So we dumped everything out of our network, okay? We just kind of recycled our entire network, flipped everything back around, and now, if we look at those storage cells in the basement, we shouldn't actually have any dirt, sand, cobble, or gravel in any of those. I hope. What is taking up all of your space? And this is why I have the ME chest here. Bunches of crap. Okay. That's cool. What if I yank this and put this back in and put... Why? Why you no stack? Anyways, this is a temporary location for all of that. We're actually going to be moving it into the ME room, which I can't find for some reason. Wow, I'm derping it up today. So that's what we're going to be doing is, for the next couple episodes, I just want to get this sort of worked out and figured out how I'm doing all of this, basically. Should be in here somewhere. Hello? Let's left it into charging. I need to remember to close that thing, too. I really do. I think I left my pack in charging. So what we're going to be doing is we're actually going to be sprucing up that ME room a bit. No, it's on my hotbar like a derp. So yeah, we're going to be sprucing up that ME room. This thing should have just shot up in terms of power usage. Yes, it did. I'm going to make new turbine rotors soon. Or maybe I can just repair the ones I have in there right now. Turbine rotor. Are you repairable? Yes, you are. That should buy me a little bit longer. Why waste your time and energy rebuilding those things when you could just repair them, right? Now, what are you guys set to? Okay, so you guys are just going to keep running there. That's well and dandy. Okay. I forget how to set my system set up sometimes. I got my system set up sometimes. Open you. And, ladies and gentlemen, that does also mean that I am planning on up-armoring this room. For those of you unfamiliar with the term up-armor, it is a military term. It means to increase the protection of. I'm sure you heard about in Iraq when we didn't have enough up-armored Humvees. Congressmen were going nuts about it. To up-armor means to overprotect. Not overprotect, but it means to increase the protection of a system, a person, a group of people, or a vehicle. Exactly what it sounds like. Upgrade the armor. Up-armor. Yes. So what we're going to do is I think we're going to... Yeah, I think we're going to do this. Does this system know how to make mixed metal ingots? That's my biggest question. Mixed. Yes, it does. Okay. This is a good thing. So what we're going to do is we are going to set up... Excuse me. Now, where to stick this thing? I could put it in my ME room, which I think is what I'm actually going to do for right now. Because I've decided that this room is far too vulnerable. End of story. So let me get a... I have no rubber in my network. That would be the issue. All right, let me fix that in just a couple seconds, guys. All right, so all I did off camera was this. I just changed up the way my crafting system decided to work. Okay? So now all I'm going to do is to tell it that a mixed metal ingot and makes an advanced alloy. Encode it. And are you actually the compressor? Yes, you are. And throw it into the compressor. Okay? You can see I also pushed my smelting recipes over here. So let me request some. Gives me one. Let's get begin. You can see all this stuff turns on. Machines are running fairly quickly for these sorts of things at any rate. And if I take a stroll downstairs, let's start playing with this a little bit more, shall we? And I'm actually going to need another encoding pattern, but just one. Alright, remember I want to up armor this room? Yeah. So, let's say I need a blank pattern, just one please. And let's say I need some of that advanced alloy. Some of you, some stone, and some glass. Okay. So the first thing I want to teach it, is this stuff. This is hard reinforced glass. Alright. Not what I wanted. There we go. Encode. The second thing I want to teach it, remember, just exit out of there, and that'll clear your encoding table. Is this stuff, reinforced stone, encode. Alright, so let's throw this stuff in. Let's get ourselves 2 stacks of you and a stack of you. And we should see that, yep, there it goes, starting to pour in right now. Let's dump some mixed metal ingots in there. We see it's crafting it up. And that's going to be done in a little while. But let me show you what this reinforced stone stuff is. Okay. So what this stuff does is basically it's armor. And that's the best way to explain it. Just like the best way to explain what I'm going to be doing off camera is armoring this room. Okay? Now be careful when you're working with this stuff. Because if you notice, I'm going to take out my diamond drill. Yeah, it's a pain in the butt to break it. But on the other hand, you can see it's quite durable. Partially because it's so hard to break. In fact, this material is so durable, it's actually resistant to nuclear explosions. Now, I don't really have enough of this stuff yet to make my facility completely nuke-proof, or even this room. It takes about 5 or so layers, I think is the number, to make a facility completely nuke-proof. And I don't have nearly enough of this stuff to do that. But what it will do is it will deaden the blast a bit. And it will also protect me from anything overly bad. So for example, I'm going to replace this stuff with reinforced glass. Now, it's a cool texture. It's not as connected texture, see-through goodness as our glass viewers were, but it certainly is going to do the trick, and it's going to protect this facility or at least this part of my facility, a heck of a lot better. And why am I so worried about protecting this part of my base? Well, quite simply put, this is where I'm going to be storing all my items in the future. Literally, like, if this part of my base is destroyed, there go all my items. They're all going to be in ME drives down here. So I want this part of my base to be well lit and well defended. Very well defended. Well defended enough that I'm spending quite a lot of resources protecting it. I have to start my quarry sometime soon. Look at me building my defenses. Now, one thing I'm going to say stylistically here is that this glass viewer, while it looks cool, has to go. Why does it have to go? It's a weak point. This conduit runs all the way into the rest of my base. And as my stated goal is to protect this part of my facility, I need to cover it up with reinforced glass. Even if you notice, I'm actually trenching. I'm building a trench in there. It's still not safe enough. And so yeah, this is basically what I'm going to be doing in between episodes from now on. You'll see me just sort of... Did I knock a connection off there? No. You'll just sort of see me laying this stuff out, putting in, you know, reinforced stone everywhere, and doing my best to protect this facility here. I'm going to have to replace you and you, and you, and you, and you. There we go. That's going to take a lot of resources. But I have a feeling that there are some not-so-friendly groups out there right now. Call me paranoid, but I don't know. Kind of worried about those Endermen. I haven't seen anything from them at all. But, you know, I hear from some other guys who are out there that they could be dangerous creatures, all right. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. This has been an interesting episode. I will admit I wasn't very well prepared today. I didn't really know what I was doing. In fact, I'm kind of behind on my episodes at this point, which some of you have probably noticed and or commented on already. But that really couldn't have been helped this week. You know, I had kind of a crazy week. I didn't know what I was doing. You know, it was kind of nutty. And yeah, just scheduling got all sorts of messed up, and I didn't have recording time when I thought I would, so, yeah. And my apologies for rambling on this episode. This is one of those other episodes where I recorded it late at night, and I'm kind of, you know, derping about right now, because I haven't gotten a lot of sleep lately. Hopefully that's something that will be fixed. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, let me put my door back down here. Thank you very much for watching. This has been Mr. Keserian. If you liked this episode for some god-unknown reason, please comment, like, subscribe if you didn't like this episode, if you thought it sucked, which I kind of think it does, but that's just me. I think most of my episodes are quite horrendously terrible, to be honest with you. Drop me a message. Let me know. What did you like? What didn't you like? What worked for you and what didn't? Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, as always, thank you so much for watching. This has been Mr. Keserian. Happy mining!